What's up, guys, and welcome back to Pete's Carport. So once again, we're going to be working on the 1995 Mercedes S500, and it's going to be another fun spray paint day. So I've narrowed it down. So in the past, I've used quite a few different paints, and on the trunk I use the Rustoleum. It's basically for cars, and it has more of a gray tint to it. And then I went down and picked up this one here, also from Walmart. And I liked the way the color was going on, but did not like the way the sprayer is. And let me show you real quick. So it's got more of a standard spray nozzle, not the real thin ones, but it's got a wider one, so a little more, nice than just our standard one that goes up. That's hard to press down. This one's a little more comfortable. But my favorite of all time is absolutely the Rustoleum universal cans. They are quite a bit more expensive, anywhere up for, depending on which ones you buy, they have different style paints, but depending if you go to Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, but upwards of $6, $7, as low as about $5, I think is what Walmart carries them for. But well worth it. They have a nice heavy fan, so you can get nice thick lines on there. So when you're spraying and you're overlaying your lines, they're going on thinner and wider. And I've just had extremely good success with this. And we're in Florida, so we have a lot of hot days. Today it's almost upwards of high 80s. I know it shouldn't be because we're in November, but we're doing a smaller surface. We're going to be doing the bottom panel here. I've already went ahead and removed the chrome pieces. Originally I was just going to go right over them, and I want this to look very nice. So the goal here is heavy prepping. I spent quite a fefew days prepping this, getting it really nice. We cleaned it down really well with degreaser. And I've already got things taped up, and I'm going to go ahead and wipe it down final with some paint thinner, and then another microfiber towel over it to dry it off and make sure there's no dust anywhere. And then we'll get set up. I'm going to show you guys how to paint. We're going to cover this whole car because if you haven't seen past episodes, we went and clay barred, polished and waxed this whole thing, brought back that original luster that Mercedes is known for on their black cars from their factory. We also did the rims. These are our new two-piece BBS rims. But today's focus, obviously, on the spray paint. So let's go ahead and get set up, and I'll show you guys the process. Alright guys, we're all set up. As you can see, I basically bagged off the entire car. I do not want any overspray getting on this, and it's basically for this small section. One of the things I wanted to point out, if you are removing the chrome trim pieces there, they are on sliders. They're quite difficult to remove. I had to break some of the sliders in order to get some of them off because they just weren't sliding. This one had been removed, so it was kind of glued in there. So my goal is to kind of do what they did on this one here, and go ahead and put some silicone on each end and couple the sliders, and I'm able to slide in a couple spots to make it stay nice and tight, and then I'm going to use some silicone to get it back in. So we'll be popping out either the bottom parts of some of these sliders or the whole slider. I'll fill you guys in on that. I totally forgot. My boy Xavier has a spoiler on his S500, and check out the coat that I was able to get on this spoiler. Now, also, one of the things that I forgot to point out is, as you guys know, my trunk came out a little grayer, and we had used the Rustoleum Automotive, and it was like the same type of spray nozzle as this. And then I switched to this yesterday, actually, when I did Xavier's spoiler, and I put it up to the car, and it actually is almost identical to the black. So I'm very excited about how this bottom panel is going to come out. I don't know if I told you we're going to be redoing the back bumper, the side panel, and we're going to be pulling the front bumper off and doing that. Right now, just starting with this side. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get set up. I'm going to show you guys the final product. I'll probably speed right through the painting because I've showed you guys many painting processes. But with this nice sprayer, you are going to be able to spray a nice thick fanning. It has a nice thick fan, so it's going to spray a nice thick spray. And then you're going to overlap 50%. So basically, if you're spraying, you're going to spray a strip, and then you're going to come down just a little bit, spray over 50% of that original spray. And your first coat is not that important. You're just trying to get a layer on there to stick to. And then your second, third, and I don't think we'll do a fourth. We'll probably do second and third. If I feel like we're gonna have to buff this out, we're getting some heavy orange peel, I'll go with a fourth coat just so we can wet sand and polish. But let's go ahead and get set up, and we're gonna do this. Alrighty guys, so we finished up the paint project. This is a new day, but we've got a heavy overcast. Still want to show you guys how awesome this paint matches the stock paint compared to the original. I'll show you the trunk in a second and how good this came out. Now of course there's going to be some orange peel. I did have a spot in the back which will be easy to fix where there must have been something on that I wasn't able to clean down. But that's a separate panel. It's a little bit on the one panel, but mostly on that separate panel. I can tape that off and kind of get a coat on there. But you know, the difference, let me see if I can get a nice angle here where you can see, I mean the trunk looks awesome, I can't lie, but in person there is a slight difference in color, where you've got a slightly grayer black. But with this new Rustoleum, well, not new, it's definitely one that I've been using quite often, but didn't realize on this car, because I was using the Rustoleum Automotive thinking that that would match better. Typically they try to match like the blacks that are on cars. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. I think it came out really awesome. We're gonna be doing the front bumper, the rear bumper, and the other panel. I've got all of the chrome trim taken off. We're gonna tape off the back and front chrome trim. We'll probably take the front bumper off. Try to do this the best we can. We're gonna go back and wet sand, compound polish, and get this looking like it should have from the factory with Rustoleum spray paint. Probably about $6 a panel. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4 total panels I'm gonna be doing. Let's just add an extra can in there. So let's say 5 cans. At even $6 a piece. We're talking 30 bucks, and this car's gonna look absolutely amazing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for staying with me. Like, subscribe, and share. Let people know about the channel.